Hello, everybody. I'm Maggie Hook. I'm the program director for our study abroad programs in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And I am pleased that today we have joining us several special guests to give you more information about our programs in Sao Paulo. We have joining us Thais Perez from our Santiago Global Center, the director of the center. Thais, would you mind saying hello?
Yes, hello. I'm the assistant director of the São Paulo Global Center that is based in São Paulo, in Brazil. And I'm going to be here when you come to Brazil. So please apply to our programs here, and we're going to be really happy to have you here. Thank you.
And then we have two guests joining us from the Pontifical Catholic University of Sao Paulo. We have Dr. Natalia Felix de Sousa, who is a professor of international relations and the head of the international office, and Miss Patricia Sharoma, who is the supervisor of international relations and exchange programs at PUC SP. So they know better than anyone about the program and the experience you could have as a student studying abroad in Sao Paulo. So I will turn it over to them.
Thank you, Maggie. Hi, everyone. I'm Natalia, and I'm here just to tell you a little bit of our program, to say first and foremost, thank you to Thais and Maggie and Catherine that made it possible for us to be here today talking to you about the opportunities we can see of bringing Notre Dame students to PUC São Paulo, and perhaps having our students going there for exchange programs. So I will briefly present you our university, the main idea of the courses we have, and then Patricia, which is the supervisor of our student international relations. She will be here telling a little bit more about the exchange programs and the other kinds of international programs we offer at PUC São Paulo. So if I can share my screen here with you. It's just a very brief presentation I would like to share. Can you see it well? So, as Maggie said, we are at the Pontifical Catholic University of São Paulo, which stays, actually, it's said to be, by our Ministry of Education, it's considered to be the best private university in the state of São Paulo and the second best private university in Brazil. In fact, we were founded in 1946, being the fourth oldest university in Brazil. We comprise now 5 campuses, 4 of which are located in the city of São Paulo, and one of them, mostly for the medical sciences, is located in the city of Sorocaba, which is 100 kilometers away from São Paulo, basically. We have almost 20,000 students enrolled in our university, from undergrad to graduate students, over 1,000 faculty members, 1,400 administrative staff, 1 university hospital, 8 libraries, and 2 theaters, very, very famous theaters that have represented a very historical role in in the construction of Brazilian and São Paulo's society. So PUC has a history of social engagement. So we offer a comprehensive approach to intellectual issues, as well as a very critical humanistic approach to transforming and building a better society, I would say. We are divided in 10 faculties and over 30 undergraduate courses. Here are some of them listed so you can have an idea. Our Sciences and Technology faculty, a faculty of Philosophy and Communication, the Social Sciences faculty, with all of those courses. My course in particular, International Relations, is located presently in the Social Sciences faculty. And then the Human Sciences and Health, the Medical Sciences and Health, Economics, Interdisciplinary Studies, which is our newest faculty today. We have some courses there just beginning now. They're very new. The education, the theology, and the law programs. Basically, What's important for you to know perhaps is that when you choose to come in a student exchange program to PUC São Paulo, you don't need to choose one course to, have your whole period here in that course. You can choose different disciplines in different courses and different faculties so that you can have a more, comprehensive, approach to our ways of producing knowledge here. So I will, now hand it over to Patricia. She will tell a little bit more about our website, how she'll try to help you navigate our website. It's an important thing to say that we currently are in the process of changing most of our practices in the website and our internationalization practices in general. So we still don't have a translation to English in our website. That's why we decided to show you a little bit of the hoops. It's important to know that if you decide to come to study in Brazil, you probably need at least a good grasp of the Portuguese language. Not only because our society doesn't have a very easy, fluent relationship to English, but also because most of the courses at PUC São Paulo are taught in Portuguese. So that is an important information if you're considering to come to PUC São Paulo. Also, before handing it to Patricia, I'll mention that we recently have started to offer virtual exchange programs for students. It's a new modality that we have started because of the pandemic, I guess. It was in the plans before, but the pandemic made it real that we needed to do that way. And so you can consider, if Notre Dame does the same kind of stuff, to come either to a present student mobility or a virtual study mobility. They're both available, and please contact us if you have any interest in either of these possibilities. So Patricia, please, if you could talk a little bit more about the student programs.
Sure. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, everybody. My name is Patricia. So I'm the supervisor of international relations. And the idea now is just to introduce a little bit our website. It's a good way also to browse in the Portuguese language. And it's, here we wrote that it's pucsp.br. It's also important to say that when you see this PUC, everybody in Brazil calls it PUC, okay? So you're going to listen to sound PUC, and it's us, okay? Just one thing, that there are 7 PUCs in Brazil, and we are representing PUC São Paulo, okay? So it's pucsp.br. So this is our main website, and you see there, graduação with the button. It means undergraduate programs. When you click graduação, you go to a page and see the list of our undergraduate programs. So you can choose by alphabetic order here in the beginning, considering the Portuguese language, and then you can choose the majors, our undergraduate programs offered by the university. Let's suppose now we choose international relations. Okay, and when we go to the next page, you see a brief presentation of our programs. So there is always a video introducing the program, and the idea now is to show you what can you can study as an exchange student at PUC São Paulo. If you choose international relations, for example, and you see there on the left column, estrutura curricular, it means the curriculum, the core courses offered by the program, and you choose matriz curricular on the left column, you will go to another page. Yeah, that's it. And you see there, matriz curricular. The idea here is to introduce you how courses are structured at PUC São Paulo. But I think it's not only the case of PUC, but also offered by other Brazilian institutions. It's very common that we structure the courses according to semesters or to periods. So in general, our undergraduate courses vary from 4 to 5 years long. And there is a core curriculum that students must follow, and first semester, second semester, until the last semester of the program. And undergraduate students, exchange students, sorry, when they come to PUC São Paulo to study, they can choose subjects, courses offered by different programs and in different semesters. So that's really a very interesting possibility that you have to combine the courses according to your interest. So we know that you students, especially from American universities, they have the support of the academic advisor to choose these courses. So when you prepare your learning agreement, you have this possibility of also picking one, for example, one course in economics, one in communication, one in engineering, and prepare your curriculum, your learning agreement while you are at PUC. So I think that's the overview that we have. And here's just to share with you some numbers. Here we decided to show it for you, to show you the number of incoming and outgoing students. So let's say that we used to receive more students for our international programs. This number has reduced considerably in the past semesters. Let's say that this 2020 first semester, it was how we started the semester, but most part of these students had to interrupt the mobilities because of the pandemic. In these numbers and these figures, we include not only the exchange students, but also students coming for special programs, just like our Brazilian Studies program or our free mover in case when we don't have agreements with them. But you see that it's a small number, and we hope we increase it, especially with this partnership with Notre Dame. When we talk about these incoming students, it's important here to share with you that you see the top country in sending students to PUC is the US. Here we include not only our partners for exchange programs, but also a partnership we have with the CET academic programs. They also send students to PUC São Paulo to do a program combining the Portuguese language and courses offered in English, and as also direct enrollment, taking courses offered in the undergraduate level. But you see that beyond the US, our second number of students come from France, Italy, and we would like to have students for more countries of origin, but we've been trying to offer these programs for our partners, and we hope that we have more students participating in the exchange programs with this remote possibility introduced by Professor Natalia. Well, these are some examples of our incoming students, and you see the first two pictures on the top. They are at our campus, our main campus, Perdizes. You see their first students with their face painted in blue, and just something that's very typical in Brazil. When students are admitted by the university, they are considered, they're freshmen, and we call them calouros and in Portuguese. And it's very common that the senior students, the junior students, they welcome the freshmen with some activities and with this colors, and they are very happy with this. All these 4 students are from US universities, and they arrived exactly on the day of this activity, and they were very shy, and they went to our office and asked, what's going on? Oh, these are the freshmen being doing the activities too. Well, it's a part of the welcome session for them. Can we join them? Well, they're painting their faces. Yes, we would like to. So they are there. They were there, and it was a good way to feel and be part of this process of being admitted to the university. So if you are there, this happens especially in the spring semester for you, which is our semester starting February or March. So if you come this semester, you can also be free to join this activity. And the other picture is just to show it's not at PUC, but it's downtown. It's just, you can see the municipal theater. And it's one activity developed by our Brazilian Portuguese course, which is also something that we'd like to share with you, I think, in the next picture. Oh, not more picture. Well, here you see also we do in our welcome week some cultural activities. So, you see there a capoeira workshop that we conducted with our students, and also we do a kind of drums workshop, but in the sense of how can I say that? We call it bateria. It's something that students usually enjoy participating in it. I don't know how to say that.
It's the student band, right? They
Student band.
the university.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so they are also part of the welcome session that we organize for incoming students. And as I mentioned, it's really important to have a good command of Portuguese, because if you have at least intermediate level, the variety of subjects that you can choose at PUC São Paulo is so incredible that you're going to get the most of your experience in Brazil. PUC offers 2 programs. One is the traditional one called Brazilian Portuguese Language and Culture Program. And this year, well, this semester, we have started to offer an online synchronous program. It's a 45-hour program, and we are conducting this first edition this semester, and we have students from Japan, from some European countries as well, some students living in different cities in Brazil. If we have the opportunity to offer this program next semester, it could also be a possibility for you, even before the exchange program, to improve your Portuguese language. It's also important to say that we have been receiving lots of students whose Portuguese was not that good, but they were very good in Spanish. Portuguese language and Spanish, they're very similar. So if you are interested in studying at PUC, and if you have some background in Spanish, it's going to be easy to learn the Portuguese. But you have to put your effort on it, because not exactly similar language, but they're very close, and it's going to help you a lot moving from the Spanish to the Portuguese language. And this is just an overview of the university. Here are some contacts if you want to address some questions, specific questions about our university or any other information. We will be more than glad to answer you.
Thank you, Patricia. So we just tried to give you an overview of our university, our courses, our programs. And I will finally, before we end, share a brief video made up by our international students in the past. And I think it gives you a feel of what it could mean to have an exchange program at PUC São Paulo. So just a second.
Hello everyone, I'm from China.
Vengo de Colombia. I come from Chicago, Illinois, United States.
I'm from Croatia.
Soy boliviana. I'm from New York City. From South Korea.
I came here about 14 months ago.
Welcome. All of the people you see here came to Brazil and have chosen PUC São Paulo for their studies. What about São Paulo?
São Paulo me ha
São Paulo has welcomed
Natalia, I'm not seeing the video.
city here.
I hear it, but I don't see it. I mean, I see a frozen frame.
Okay, so sorry. Let me try it again.
And remember to optimize for those 2 clicks on the bottom. Try that one more time.
Yeah, they are checked. Let me try again.
São Paulo, like everybody's busy, like doing their work.
People are as.
Can you see it now?
Hello everyone, I'm from China.
Vengo de Medellín, Colombia.
I come from Chicago, Illinois, United States.
I'm from Croatia.
Soy boliviana. I'm from New York City.
From South Korea.
I came here about 14 months ago.
Welcome. All of the people you see here came to Brazil and have chosen PUC São Paulo for their studies. What about São Paulo?
São Paulo me ha
São Paulo has welcomed me in its best.
Energy of the city here in São Paulo, like everybody's busy, like doing their work.
People are, as everyone I'm sure has said, very friendly.
Love the cultural life. Love the nuances.
For a student, this is a very interesting life.
It's very exciting to be part of.
That's really nice.
PUC São Paulo is one of the most traditional and respected universities in Brazil. The Ministry of Education has ranked it the best private university in the state of São Paulo and the second best in Brazil. I decided that PUC was the best option for me through the internet after I researched many options.
PUC
São Paulo was very efficient, responding to me quickly and concisely in minimal time. Incredible! PUC gives a lot of support for foreign students in fulfilling the series of requirements to arrive safely in a new country. PUC São Paulo is known for its plurality and for its quality in education and research. In its 6 campuses, PUC offers courses in law, healthcare, business, social sciences, engineering, education, communication and arts, both at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. There are more than 230 research groups registered at the CNPq, Ministry of Science and Technology. Foreign students can come to PUC São Paulo to participate in exchange programs, researches, internship programs, courses in Brazilian Portuguese and other programs, also in English. Each year, PUC receives hundreds of international students coming from all continents.
They're studying a variety of different things, and it just sounded like a very appealing place. It's a school for the people, and it's a school for open-minded people and for people who really want to learn. You know, you put your effort in, and it really comes back to you.
Revolutionary, critical, and always aiming to educate complete and diverse people.
I chose PUC because the schedule is wonderful. It's in the evening, so it allows for you to do your own thing during the day to explore Brazil however that fits you. Also, it's very similar to the college that I came from in the United States.
Really express yourself without any sort of fear of judgment or discrimination of any sort. I feel a lot of the people who comprise the student body here are very welcoming and open of opinions and are very outspoken, and I feel like that's some of the things I'll take away from my stay here at PUC. So.
Génial. Je pense que c'est une des plus chouettes universités où on peut
It's just brilliant. I think this is one of the most fantastic universities on could be at. The building is wonderful, the atmosphere is great. If you have any doubts, problems concerning the comprehension of the language, everyone is very available and the classes are interactive. There's a lot of student participation, which is something you don't have in Italy. Thanks to PUC, I'm progressing a lot as the classes advance. We study a lot of grammar. We also have the opportunity to read the local newspapers and to receive the information we don't get only by reading the news every day. They explain to us the history, what has happened. Therefore, we understand the culture better and what's happening around us. We also watch a lot of news reports about São Paulo, and this enables us to know the city better and to discover new neighborhoods. Come to PUC São Paulo too.
Tchau. Até logo no Brasil. So apparently we had a problem with the sync between the video and the voices, but at least I think you could have an idea of the kinds of opportunities these students had here. And well, I guess this is it. I'm not sure if Maggie or Thais have any questions, or if you may have in the future, we are available at any of those contacts to help you with your questions.
Thank you so much. I feel like I learned a lot from your presentation. I do have a couple of questions, if time permits. Can you tell me a little bit about the housing situation for international students? Do they typically live in dorms, or is there a homestay possibility? And where are meals taken? And maybe even a little bit about Brazilian food.
Okay. I will let Patricia answer that. She has much more experience.
Thank you.
In fact, it's not common in Brazil to have dorms. So at Brazilian universities, in general, when we have students coming from different countries, they have most of the experience of living in apartments with other students, but private apartments. We call it in Brazil, República. So it means that a group of students, they rent an apartment and with different, let's suppose 2 or 3 bedrooms, and they share this apartment and they share the obligations to take care of the house, because we don't have the dorms, and it's also part of the experience to have this opportunity of living with other students. And if you have the opportunity of living with other Brazilian students, I think you can, international students can have a complete experience in Brazil. So we recommend students to especially try to live closer, near the university, because in São Paulo, well, it's a very big city. Traffic is really something to concern. So if you live very close to the university, or let's say close to the subway station, you can easily reach our campus. Also, there is a possibility of what some students usually do. They stay with, with using these apps, just like Airbnb or other websites, to reserve a couple of days or a week, the first weeks, So they arrive in Brazil, and while they are here, they visit some housing possibilities, some repúblicas or some other families. There's some kind of possibilities, just like a homestay, but it's not so common. And for each student, I think housing is a different possibility. So some families prefer that they live with homestay, and the others, they prefer to live with other students. And while they are here, it's better to visit and to see the distance and to the neighborhood and decide the best place to stay.
Do you send a list of possible residences for them, or when the student is applying, can they reach you and ask, which one would you suggest or something like that?
In fact, we organize a database, and we how can I ask? We have some host contacts, and they complete a form introducing their apartment, their house. We ask him or her to include pictures of the rooms and describe the facilities, if he or she has already hosted any foreign student, the costs. So in this case, they are not, they are independent housing hosts, but what we do at the international office is try to have these contacts to be a kind of reference for the student who is not here. But everything related to costs and other details must be arranged directly with the hosts.
What you should know about Brazilians is that we are very friendly people that are always willing to help. So even if people don't speak your language or they don't exactly know what you're asking, they will go out of their way to try and assist you. And our office is exactly the same way. We are always trying to help students that contact us with all the kinds of needs they feel they have, concerns. So this, I guess, it's an important thing to know about us. And also concerning the food, we do have a main food court, I would say, within the university with a couple of different restaurants and meal options. But also the main campus where most of the courses are located at Perdizes has a lot of restaurants just around the corner. So the possibilities are infinite. Brazilian food is very, I would say it's impossible. I never found anyone that didn't like Brazilian food. We're big on rice and beans, and but being in São Paulo, we have all of the options of food around the world in one neighborhood. So I really don't think food will ever be a problem for an exchange student at São Paulo.
Wonderful, thank you. This is a question, maybe Thais, you could say if the Sao Paulo Global Center also plans types of events, or they're at PUC. Are there opportunities for travel around Sao Paulo or excursions outside of Sao Paulo that are organized for international students, either through the university or with the Global Center?
Yes, we can help them organize, travels. If they, sometimes the students, they come, when they come, they, for the summer, sometimes they stay in homestays, and the organizer of these homestays, sometimes she plans, events, social events, cultural events, and even excursions to students. So yes, we can help them, or at least suggest, some programs that they can do. There is a lot to see here, either in São Paulo, in the state of São Paulo, or even Rio de Janeiro is not so far away, and many other cities very, the students love to visit. Yes, we can help them out.
Thank you.
At PUC, we don't organize it, so we are familiar that when the international students, they get together, in general, they travel a lot and they visit more states than what we Brazilians usually do. And another thing that I would like to include is also that in Brazil, it's very common that undergraduate students, they do internships while they are studying. And when international students come to PUC and see the routine, the day by day of our students, they get so impressive because it's generally starting in the morning, internship in the evening, from Monday to Friday. So international students can also have the opportunity of doing the internship program while they study here. The thing is that when they come to PUC to stay for just one semester, in general, it's not so indicated for them, because it's important to have this time to find or to be approved by an internship placement. And in general, when they stay here for 1 year, for 2 semesters, they concentrate the first semester in taking more credits and improving the Portuguese language, which is important. And the second semester, sometimes they reduce the number of credits to have more time to dedicate to this internship opportunity. It's also something very common in Brazil.
Patricia, if the student wants to have this internship, do you think it's hard for them to get a visa, or if they are a student, it's okay for them to have an internship? Because our center has been helping some students to find internships here in São Paulo. We have, our alumni club is very strong, very big here, and many of them are willing to help students to find internships, and our center too. So if there isn't any problem with visa, if they are studying, then maybe we can help them. But the problem is I know that they need to know Portuguese, right?
The things about the visa, students are allowed to do the internship program. So when we have a student from other country that are here with a student visa, he or she can perfectly do the internship program because of this student status. Regarding the Portuguese language, it really depends on where he or she intends to do the internship program. There are, for example, some students who were selected to do the internship in the consulates of their countries. So even if they were not so fluent in Portuguese language, what they needed for that opportunity, the internship opportunity, was exactly being fluent in his or her native language. So that's also one of the things that must be considered. If you know Portuguese, I think chances improve to finding different possibilities. But it's very good to have the support of the center, because there's so many opportunities. And if you have center helping students in this process of finding the internship, it will be perfectly, I think, welcome by the students too, because there are so many opportunities, and it's also important to have the support in sometimes also in choosing which one could be or would be the best for his or her interests.
Great.
Okay.
So I Oh, were you going to say something on that, Natalia?
I wanted just to add one very quick and important information about the language. That if the students do have to know Portuguese to attend to the classes, but we do accept that they deliver their exams in English if they don't feel confident that they can write in Portuguese as well as they can understand or speak Portuguese. So that's an important thing to mention, I guess, for students that maybe don't feel that confident in writing Portuguese. If you're coming for only a semester, you probably won't need to do exams in Portuguese unless you want to do that, okay?
That's a wonderful accommodation. Thank you for sharing that. So my last question is the COVID situation. Has PUC opened for international students this semester? Are you open in the spring semester, our spring semester, our coming semester for international students? And, you know, kind of looking forward, tell us what's happening.
Yeah, thank you for that question, Maggie. In fact, I think new developments are happening every day concerning the COVID situation. We have not yet opened the campus for academic activities. In fact, we have just started doing some elective activities that have to be pre-approved by the head of the university, which is assisted by one of our main hospitals in Brazil, about all of the adequate measures to gather people around. So we are starting this semester to gather our staff back to the campus on a more or less regular basis to see how these accommodation will fit in the future. So if we don't have any other surges of, you know, massive cases, the plan is to have the campus operational next year for next semester, so beginning 2022. And we are open now for exchange programs for outgoing students, and we are starting to receive applications for incoming students, but we cannot give at this point any assurance of how the state will be next semester. But plans are to start to get our present, students back into campus, but we also will continue to offer the virtual experience, the hybrid experience, which are new developments of our international office at this moment.
Thank you for that clarification. And so most students watching this video would be applying for our fall semester 2022 or spring of 2023. So we can all be optimistic that operations will be fully open by then. Okay, well, that's all the questions I have, and I really appreciate your time. Did you think of any last minute things that you want to share with interested students?
I'm just excited to be here opening this possibility of showing a little bit more of our program. And again, encouraging you to, if you have any questions, any concerns, if you're still in doubt of whether Brazil is your place or São Paulo or PUC, please do contact our staff. We are very, very glad to help you with any issues you might have.
Okay.
And same with go ahead, Patricia.
I'd also like to tell you, the students, that the exchange program at PUC, being at PUC São Paulo, is a very rich experience, as the other international students had mentioned in the video. So the idea is to enjoy this experience not only by the classroom, but live and breathe all the opportunities that the students will find on campus. So in this way, there are several events, seminars, and activities, and study groups, collectives, discussing and participating in several relevant movements in Brazil. So it's something that students, when they are at PUC, they said they find it very interesting and very rich to be also part of it. So we'll be there to help, and even before, if they want to contact us, it will be a pleasure.
That's so wonderful to know, because likely a Notre Dame student going down there would be on their own, the only Notre Dame student, or maybe one or two or a small cohort, but it sounds like there's a warm international community, other American students, other international students that they can form their community with when they're down there, as well as meeting the Brazilian students and have the support of your office. So thank you again so much.